This is our debut of our podcast. Basically, the premise, if you missed this last week when we did our launch party, we are talking about dating as Gen Xers. So basically, that encompasses 40 plus ish,
probably
not the
late
boomers.
30s. Late 30s, too.
No.
Are we the last of the Gen Xers?
I think we are.
Oh, fuck.
So my name is Heidi.
We're all screwed. My name is Shannon.
And we're going to do a little intro. Again, we had our launch party last week, which was short and sweet. We're going to get a little more in depth this week. So I'm going to talk a little bit about myself for a hot minute, and then I'm going to move on to my sexy co-host here, Shannon. Hi, boys.
Hey.
So my name is Heidi. I am a native Portlander. Portland, Oregon is my hometown. I have been in South Florida for 25 years. Far too long. I moved down here with a boyfriend, which is a huge-ass mistake, and I have been stuck here ever since. I do have a love-hate relationship with South Florida, mostly hate. I have tried not to convert to a South Floridian because it goes against my grain, but I thought it was super important for us to start a show essentially talking about crappy dates, the demographic down here, our experiences, and also the fact that you really don't see our age group identified when it comes to dating. That includes dating shows on TV, podcasts. Anything that's related to this age group. I'm always screaming at the television if I'm watching reality dating shows, which is my secret obsession, not so secret, guilty pleasure. I'm disgusting, but I watch these shows and I'm screaming because they're 20-year-olds that are talking about their life partners and, meeting their forever person, which I wasn't thinking about when I'm 20. So slight more background on me. I have been married before. I have 2 children. They're teenagers. And I'm currently single-ish. I have an on-again, off-again boyfriend. More to that at a later time. But I've been on the apps. I have dated, and I feel that I'm not an expert, but definitely there's room for growth and stuff to talk about. So I'm going to turn it over to you, babe.
All righty. Well, that was a pretty lengthy introduction by Heidi, which I was surprised about.
Yeah,
because
I try to wrap it up.
I'm usually the one who's lengthy, which, length is good. Anyway, not in all contexts, but, I am not great with context. Anyway, my name is Shannon. I am a Buffalo native, Buffalo, New York. Go Bills. Anyway, I don't really care about football. My goal was to marry a man that didn't hunt and didn't care about football because it was just stressful being raised in a house with being force-fed deer meat and having
venison.
Everybody yell in the background every time somebody failed, and the Bills sucked for a long time. Anyway, I made the same mistake and moved to Florida with my...
I like how it's like everybody's like, this is paradise. Yeah. We're like, it's hell.
I moved here with my boyfriend from college who was, let's face it, a rebound gone marriage. So, that shit happened, and then I was stuck here, and I'm stuck here until my kids are 18, which I am a mother of 2 teenagers as well, and they're lovely. We finally get along. Wait until the second one gets her period, though, and they're on the same schedule.
So we know each other from way back in the day. 15 years ago, 15.
Yep.
Because I started a mom's group, and then we met, and then disconnected, and then reconnected.
Yeah, we just disconnected because we had other friends leading us in different directions, but really we probably should have hung out the whole time.
The bitch was feeding her kids hot dogs, okay?
Oh, goodness. So anyway, but I'm also single. Yeah, I'm single. I guess you could say ish, but not really. No, I'm single. Sorry if anybody thinks that they're in a relationship with me, but yeah, I don't really see it that way yet. Well, maybe get there at some point.
To be determined.
Yes, to be determined.
Later date podcast.
Yes.
So, do you want to move on to what we want to talk about tonight?
Yeah, let's do that.
First show. So we sort of like put this meeting together when she was doing bingo at Hooters.
Yes. Which all the
I've
places
literally never been into a Hooters before.
Nor have I until
once.
Until I was hired to do bingo at a Hooters.
Snuck into an interview there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
How did you make it in? Don't you have to be like at least a C cup?
I knew. I don't think they measured, but I knew there was a group interview going on, so I just came.
Yeah.
And I like taped my tits together, like thinking I like had it in the bag.
Yeah.
But they knew.
I probably would have worn 2 bras because there was definitely not enough material to tape together. When I was in high school, I skipped school and went to a radio show to win a free boob job. My mom called into the radio station and alerted them to my fake ID, who was a woman who was 26 and had a very different looking nose than I did. And I just did, I had a nose job. What can you say? Anyway, yes. So I got hypnotized as a consolation prize to increase the size of my breasts, and they grew a whopping 1/8 of an inch.
Dude, this sounds like Napoleon Dynamite, like with Uncle Rico. Mr. Rico. All right. So anyway, I wanted to talk about a little bit, we're talking about South Florida and the dating pool, specifically this area, because obviously we live here. But let's focus on us tonight. Like, do you think you're dateable?
Mildly.
That's not a category.
In the eyes of others, probably not.
So, like, why or why not?
I'm still battling some lifelong trauma and some codependency issues. But I'm really like coming out well on the other side. I feel like, I'm in the training wheels area of dating for sure.
So my ex was in AA, and one of the things they asked was, like if you are not ready to really like date and put yourself out there, you shouldn't be out there because you're not like a whole ass person, right?
Right.
So like, do you feel that it's fair for you to be out there and dating if you're sort of ish?
Considering that I date mostly 40-year-old 5-year-olds, I'm probably okay. But if I were to, I did go on a date with an adult male, and I felt really intimidated. He was like solid in his growth, further along in the path than I am. Much more self-aware. He had coaching appointments scheduled for like 10 a.m. on a Sunday. I'm not doing that shit.
How was the crib?
It was organized. It was tidy. It looked a little bit like one of those crystal shops. He smoked a little weed,
like,
or a lot of weed.
Some dream catchers.
Some dream catchers. Some wolf felt blankets. On the wall.
Stop.
Swear to God.
Oh my God, was he burning incense?
He was. It was patchouli.
All right. So that didn't work out, obviously. He was way too adult for you.
He was. But I can't date a guy in their 30s. I just feel way too old to do that. I really do. I feel like they're going to eventually, I'm going to start aging in dog years soon. I did take a full-time job outside of my house recently, so I think I'm going to start aging in dog years now.
So even if the guy has his shit together in his 30s, you feel like it's still no bueno?
Yeah, I think I'm too insecure for that shit. Yeah, I think that I'll be worrying that he's going to be looking for younger girls. It's trauma.
Okay,
marry two dudes who don't want to have sex with you, and
so you're undateable. Like, is that what you're saying, or dateable-ish?
Ish.
And so the whole goal of this, I found this quiz online, so I wanted to take it, but only on air. So your synopsis of yourself is
pretty spot on.
Really? I would say I would put myself in the same category.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's more because like hi, how are you, sir?
Hello.
Is your name Terry? I feel like my dateability is based on like my availability, which is limited.
Right,
So
because you are always out of town, traveling for work.
working or not giving a fuck in general. But I think it's cynical too. So I think I'm a cynic. I don't know. Like, how do you get past that?
Right. I am getting there because Heidi has a little bit more experience than I do at dating. Yes, she does. I mean, sometimes she'll have 3 dates in one day. I mean, in the recent past.
Well, dates. Yes. We're talking about dates, right?
Because she had a mission. She wanted to find a partner.
Well, I mean, someone I can hang out with, but
Yeah, everybody's looking for that, right?
I think though, like what
Somebody you
holds
can put
me
up
back, and it's been in recent years, is that I don't know. Maybe I'm just over South Florida.
Yes.
I can't do it, and maybe my mentality has changed from when I was 36 or 37. But
You're looking for more depth.
ish.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just looking for someone that can hold a conversation
Yes.
and doesn't like want to talk about Donald Trump or
Their penis. Yeah, I know. I know it all too well, yet I still end up with guys that want to talk about Donald Trump and their penis all the time.
So, do you think like in dating you have qualifiers? Like if you meet someone, because I would just got my hair done, and so I always have hairdresser conversations.
Hairdresser conversations.
Yeah.
Oh, like with your hairdresser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a new hairdresser. I really do.
We'll not talk about that right
We
now.
won't. I just need one.
You can have mine, but
Okay.
anyway, so she talks about her clients too, who a lot of them are way different age ranges. She's got 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds.
And how old is she?
She is my age.
Okay.
She's awesome.
Our age.
I should say, our age. By the way, did you say your age?
I am 46.
Same.
Yep.
So that's what we're working with. But yeah, she's our age. She is married. She has 2 kids. But a lot of her clients are older. So one of her clients is a psychotherapist in Palm Beach. She's very established. And she is dating multiple guys at one time. Mm-hmm. But she does have qualifier questions before she even goes out with these guys. So
What are those? What are those? Oh, do you want to know mine first?
I will tell you hers because she is very liberal in her thinking. One of her daughters is a lesbian. So that's sort of one of her qualifiers is she like tells the guys right away, my daughter is married to a woman. And
is that okay with you? Is that okay with you? She wants to see what their response is. She wants to make sure they're not.
So based on their responses, she'll either go out with them or not.
Yeah.
But that's her qualifier question. She can usually eliminate dudes right away because they're staunch Republicans or they're like freaking out because her daughter is gay. So that's hers.
Absolutely. Honestly, that's what I liked about the Hinge app is that they could focus on whether or not they were liberal, right wing, conservative, whatever. Anyway, for me, they have to have their own place. I'm sorry. I have gone out with guys who have lived in their quote unquote family home.
Is this a qualifier question?
Oh yeah.
Like you straight up are like,
yes.
Where do you live?
I mean,
and
I
if it's
gather that
if it's
info.
the guest bedroom, that's a hard no.
Yes, definitely. I mean, if you have a roommate, I understand that. Like, these are hard times here. I've seen like 60-year-olds advertising their like roommate qualities on the internet because they're trying to find a new place to live. But anyway, definitely. That is
so
the
they have to
qualifier.
have
They have to have a place. They can't live in their car or their brother's apartment or their mom's couch.
Would you date a guy that lived in his van?
You probably live in a van.
No, I think he's nice. Would you date a guy that lived in his van?
Hell no. That bitch has bed bugs. Believe me. I've seen it happen.
I have dated a guy that's lived in a van.
Yeah?
Down by the river.
How long ago was that?
When I was in my 20s.
Wow. Well, in your 20s, I would date a man by the river. In a van by the river. I would.
He was a windsurfer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and this was when I lived in Oregon. And he was super hot.
It's different.
It was the best sex I've ever had.
Whoa.
In that van.
Okay. But did
So
you
you're
get bed
saying-
bugs?
I did not.
Thank God.
I did not. I was not inflicted with bed bugs. I have had bed bugs, but
Oh,
it
no.
wasn't
Never
because of the
had it.
van down by the river. But
Good.
that was before SNL did Van Down by the River, and then they did that, and I'm like, well, snap. He wasn't eating
Could have done
government
it
cheese.
first.
I know. I didn't think it was a big deal. So your qualifier is
Or they have to have their own place and they have to have a job. I'm sorry. I've been there where I haven't had a job. And dude, you need to get your life together. I needed to get my life
so
together.
do you think that it's fair that like
have
if you
two
date
jobs.
if you date a guy and he doesn't have a job and you don't have a job, I mean you can disqualify him based on that?
Definitely.
Okay. So
I
you
think
guys don't have to
somebody's
be
gotta pay the bills.
It's gonna be him.
I don't know. It's
This
not
goes
gonna
back
be me.
to the AA principles. Like, then you should not be on the apps because
Well, exactly.
You're not a whole
I'm not.
person.
So I'm not dateable. Heidi's confirming I am not dateable.
I'm
I've
not,
had these thoughts,
but I have a quiz at the
stopped
end
going
that
on
will
the apps,
confirm that.
honestly, I've stopped going on the apps recently. I even kind of stopped responding to people that I met through the apps just because I'm like
It's exhausting.
fatigued. I am so busy. I work, I don't know, 70 hours a week probably. I mean, my work isn't hard, but I work 70 hours a week. I got to be on time 70 hours a week. That's a fucking lot.
I get it.
So anyway.
All right. Well,
So what are your disqualifiers or qualifiers?
like I would definitely say that politics plays into it, and like I don't ask, but I definitely know if you're looking at someone's profile.
I can tell.
Oh, 100%.
Don't ask, but I can
100%.
tell.
We were just next door, and this guy had a "Let's Go Brandon" hat on. I'm like, why not just say your dick is small and you
Drive a white truck. Thank you to my 12-year-old for that one.
And yeah.
I said, Mom, why do all these guys drive white trucks? Oh, honey. Just avoid those guys.
that would be probably like a number one. I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
if you're looking at pictures and not reading, because most people say if you have a question, just ask,
Right.
which is a disqualifier. If you have a question, just ask. There's absolutely nothing filled out in the profile. If
No.
you have a question, just ask.
No.
Well, what
Bye.
the fuck? I've made the effort. So this
Right.
just shows me like you're lazy.
You're
and
lazy.
this, it's going to carry through.
And you're annoying, and I don't like anything about you or what you have to offer.
Skate it up, boys.
bye.
Yeah, so definitely that. What else? Disqualifiers for dudes?
Necklaces. I'm sorry. No offense. If
I have
anybody here
seen
wears
the guy you went
necklaces.
out with recently.
Oh yes. Oh,
So,
face tattoo.
please.
Yeah. No, he had a necklace that,
That
was
was
apparently
not just a
only
necklace, Shannon.
$40 Viking chain.
I had to have my daughter reverse Google search this actual necklace.
It was bad.
No,
but
bad?
I made the exception.
bad would
no.
actually be a compliment.
No,
This
I
thing
rolled up
was-
to the first date to pick him up.
Okay,
and there was a
there's some,
Trump
first of all, why were
flag.
you picking him up?
I know. Well,
No,
because
no,
he
no,
drives.
let's get to that.
He drives a motorcycle. We did not.
And he couldn't fit two on the motorcycle.
No, he could, but I was
didn't have a
going.
helmet.
I was going to an open mic comedy night, and he was like, "Hey, while you're going there, swing by, pick me up." He had just like fixed my sink. It was very nice of him, but he was paid to fix my sink, but not by me, by somebody else who wanted to have sex with me, and I was like, not interested.
Okay, so you
Anyway.
you rolled through and picked this clown up.
And then I
I mean, nice
realized
guy.
he had the Trump flag. And then he was like, well, it's not mine, it's my landlord's. And then the next time, I know.
Wait,
was the next time.
No. Stop
Yes,
there.
yes,
So you
okay.
got the Trump flag. You're picking this
And I
cat
was
up.
about to pull out of the fucking parking spot. I was like, dude, you have a Trump flag. I can't
I know,
do this.
but when he gets in your whip, let's talk about
I know.
the fit.
I see that he's wearing a jersey, some like sweat shorts, and a Viking necklace that's like gold plated.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. It was fake gold.
Legit silver. You
Oh, it was
sent me a
silver.
picture.
I don't remember.
I
it
do.
looked gold
Vividly.
in color. Like, I don't know.
It
So
was not gold tone. It was not.
I think
it was
the
not
flash
rose
played
gold.
in.
It was legit out of a grab machine.
I was probably very, very, very medicated at the time, okay?
Anywhom.
Yes. So yes, necklaces, I can't do it. I can't do jewelry on a guy. I'm sorry.
But
it's not
you
for me.
don't say something when this guy rolls up.
I did. I said all the things. And he
As
said, he
in?
goes, are you going to wear a hat again? And I was like, yes, I wear hats. Okay.
No.
Sorry, I wear
but
hats.
on the first date, I mean, you know what I mean? Is that not a one and done?
No, it
that's
was a one and done, but I was stoned and lonely. So what can I do?
You were stonely.
Stonely. There we go. That's a good word for it.
Oh my God. Okay.
You see things through a different filter then, for sure.
Okay, so you're saying jewelry, deal breaker, Trump flags, deal breaker.
Yep.
Yet this cat got a second date.
Yep, he did. He got a few dates. It took until the mushrooms to realize that that it was a bad idea.
You should just send me the picture right away. Be like, just cut it off. Cut it off.
No. A friend of mine who's known him for 12 years said
Cut it off.
yeah,
cut
and
it
I
off.
ignored it.
Yep, we do.
I was
right?
like, well, I don't know.
ignore all the red flags.
Just bring
I'm
them
not
all
ripping
to
on
me.
you. You know, you've seen my
Oh,
dates, so.
God, damn, yeah.
So if you're dating multiple people at one time, this was sort of like this hairdresser talk about this
Yes.
older woman who's lovely, by the way. And you sort of like find someone that you want to kick it with for maybe a little bit longer.
Right.
What do? Are you putting all your eggs in one basket now? Or are you...
Right. I don't know. I mean, it depends on the situation, you know?
Yeah. If you find yourself like, okay, you're
Hey.
dating 4 guys at once. Now you're dating 3. Now you've narrowed it down to 2.
It's like a Bachelor episode.
It's the final rose ceremony. So
Yep. I don't know. I usually jump pretty quickly and then saddle up with one guy. I do it. I don't know why. I need to get out of my own way. I need to stop doing this. But I do
her
it.
question was,
Yes.
though,
Oh,
is
I
it the
know.
polite thing to do to tell these other gents that, you know,
Hey, I'm going to hang out with somebody else right now because I have a little more experience with them.
there's only one duck in my pond.
Oh, that's hilarious.
No, Johnny, there's only one duck in my pond. I saw you smooching.
Yes, exactly.
snakes.
No, I'm not into poly. Sorry. That's
Okay,
another
okay,
red
okay.
flag. Although, seriously, that is definitely another red
We'll
flag.
talk about poly on a different podcast because I had a crazy experience
Good.
in Norway, but we'll save that for another time.
It's just not my thing. Not for a
Get
relationship.
that out there. Get that out there. So you're going to let these other cats fade away? Or are you going to?
No, I would just like talk to them.
You're going to be straight up honest with them.
Yeah, just
Now,
say,
what
hey.
happens if the shit goes south with the number one that you've chosen?
Who
Now
knows?
you're
Real
left.
life.
Now you're
I
left
think
with an
I'm
empty
done.
basket altogether.
Yep, exactly. Empty basket. But sometimes a basket needs to be empty. It needs like a little clear history button, you know? So,
I'm going to disagree with you on that.
well, hey, but I also learned from my ex-husband the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else.
I
So,
agree with that.
I do.
To an extent.
Definitely when it came to my 10-year marriage. Yes.
I agree with that to a certain extent. But I think like if you have a bunch of people that you're dating
Yes.
and you kind of narrow it down to one person, I think it's just best to do the slow fade away. But, you know, like don't
Yes.
ever tell them, don't ever be honest.
Oh, okay. So you can
No,
keep
I'm not
it
saying,
like the
like-
illusion that you're just so busy.
Sure.
I'm busy.
I've
I
had
can't
multiple
hang out with you.
surgeries. I've been out of the country, like I said to Hunter here. You know, like I was.
This
I
is
got
true.
COVID in Norway. I mean,
She
it's a
did.
real thing. It's a
She
real
was
thing.
quarantined for like 14 days.
It's a real thing.
Or until
But-
she could find a,
Now,
COVID
if
test.
you ask me, like I think you could shoot a dude literally a text a year later and just say, hey.
Oh my God. A couple of days ago, I got a text from a guy that I was hooking up with for a hot minute. You know, he was hot, but you guys, I'm sorry. Size matters.
Which guy was
okay?
this?
I can't say his name, but
I think I know.
I can't. He is adorable.
Rhymes
and
with.
all I have to say is that These guys with tiny dicks definitely are very romantic. They are like dreamy as fuck. They're good looking, and then they've got this tiny ass little dick. And it's like,
Well, I
I'm
can't
sorry,
help that.
you can't do I can't do anything with that. I'm sorry. I am a size queen. Sorry. Not big, just like legal length, bro. Like it's got to be like
legal.
Like
because we've been
6
watching
inches is
Naked
enough.
Dating. And
yes. Oh my God. Have you guys seen the show Naked Dating?
no one's seen the show.
Oh my God. You have to see it.
I introduced it to you.
Oh, that electrician from Hooters. I showed him the show and he was like, oh, I'm going to go now. I think he was going to go home and, take care of himself.
Oh, because he had a small ween.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, that's just what I got out of your whole conversation.
No, but he had to go. So Naked Dating is this game show that's like The Bachelor, but instead of roses.
By the way, I got turned on to this show because I was in Norway with COVID.
You should explain it.
And
she's more up close and intimate.
Before
with the
I
show.
got sick, I went out with a bunch of people and they were like, you have to see the show. And it's basically like they show, hi, I like your shirt.
Hey guys. Oh, yeah, nice shirt.
Oh, I like yours too.
Oh, nice.
I like your beard. So anyway, they show, hey, she's pretty.
You're beautiful.
Yay,
I
she's
love
so
your
pretty.
nose ring and your glasses.
I know she's gorgeous.
Hi, babe. Woo.
So they show the dick or the pussy
First.
So
Yeah,
that's
you just
the premise. You get
straight up-
six sex contestants.
Yes.
And they show the genitals first, and then they gradually go up from there.
Yes. So it's dick
that is the
or
premise of
pussy
the show.
first.
And
then they go
because
boobs.
it's in Europe. Usually the guys are uncut, but
that's fine.
some of them flick it
Honestly,
around
I
to make it
think it's
bigger
better.
or whatever. But yeah, that's was my COVID quarantine binge.
Oh, yeah. And when Heidi binged it, then I binged it for 2 days because I was down in the dumps, feeling like.
Down in the dumps.
Oh, my God,
You
I
gotta watch
was.
this
I
Naked
was
Dating
so
show.
depressed. And then I watched this Naked Dating show, and I felt much better about the way my pussy looks.
Did you?
100%.
I was
Dude, I was
mortified.
feeling
I
very
was
much
like-
Arby's roast beef sandwich. And now I'm like, no, I am good. I am nice and tight and clean.
Seriously?
Please.
I felt like more Arby's roast beef sandwich.
No, not
I
at
was like,
all.
oh my God, I'm meat curtains all day long.
No, I mean, I've got a little meat curtain. I've had 2 children. I'm sorry. I literally told them today, I shot both of you out my vagina.
I didn't shoot any out of my vagina.
Oh, I did. I fully did.
No, I didn't.
I pulled one out by the shoulder.
If I had, mine would be
Worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'd have to have like an actual like pair of. I'd have to invent underwear for that.
Oh,
Like a
with
lift.
wings. Always. Always.
Like
meat
some sort of
curtains.
like a spandex, like
spam decks.
yeah, like Skims or Spanx, But I just call it like I don't know,
Spams.
lips with a Z.
Oh my God, lips. I think we had some kind of discussion about lips a couple nights ago.
I always have discussion about lips.
Yes, I mean it's a pretty solid discussion.
When those motherfuckers at the Breakers tried to make me wear a uniform and it was so goddamn tight.
you had a major camel toe.
Yeah, I had a camel toe from hell. And then
Yeah.
I had to just pop off. I'm like, I am pierced with some big ass vagina lips. And they were like, wear whatever you want. After that, like they turned white. It's like FAU graduates. They were like, we have specialized in hospitality. I'm like, I've specialized in life.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Where are we?
Are you dateable, Heidi?
Me? We already talked about this.
Okay,
I said
good.
hell to the no, I'm not.
Good.
So we've done
We
little
did the
bit of
ghosting, we're up
apps.
front,
Yeah, we
yeah.
talked about that, but Twinder dates. We didn't
Yes.
get into that.
So we've kind of wanted to coordinate a Twinder date where we go out with literally a guy that we've both matched with. We did have
So
one
we
participant
have matched with the
like
same
at least
guy.
3 of the
but
same
we've
guys.
actually gone on dates separately with someone that we have matched with.
Right.
Unbeknownst to us.
Right.
So I remember matching with a guy and going out with him on my birthday.
His name was Brian.
And this cat showed up with balloons, an actual present, and then this brunch date, and then proceeded to talk about himself for the entire date.
And I was working at Heidi's vintage
You were
shop.
working for me and covering, unbeknownst to you
Unbeknownst to
me,
100%.
that we'd gone out with the same guy.
Yes.
So he told me I could actually have a career in comedy, but my other career is so lucrative that, you know, I'd rather take my other career because I've been doing it forever, and comedy, they'll pay me to tour and this, that, and the other. And I was like, but you're not funny.
No, he was
And
not
he got
funny.
angry. He got angry. So
Glad you
I cut
told
the
him
date.
He wasn't funny.
No, he wasn't funny at all.
I'm glad you told him.
So
He
I cut the
deserved
date
that.
short and came back and was like, this sucks. And the fucking present was like the dyed flowers from Winn-Dixie where
lame.
they stick them in dye.
Lame.
And I'm a flower girl, so
You gotta do like wildflowers.
yeah, I'm not
or
a princess,
beautiful
but like I don't
tropical
want a
flowers,
dyed ass
something.
carnation. I mean, it was the thought, I guess, that was nice, but and then a sweater that said "Beach hair, don't care."
Oh my god, that's
really did.
totally.
It was a hoodie.
Basic bitch.
It
Yeah,
said "Beach
he's a basic
hair,
bitch.
don't care."
Yep.
And I'm like, oh no, I care about my hair.
Yes,
Beach or not.
Which it looks beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. That was a process.
And I love your hat.
Oh, thank you.
We made sure I was not wearing a hat tonight before we showed up.
And
also wearing.
they
a
were
hat.
like, why the fuck do you care what you look like? You guys are on the radio.
because there is also video, dude.
And there's a window.
There's a window.
Anyway,
and
so
we have to look at each other.
I came back to the shop hella disappointed. And I'm like, you might know him. He said he was like
into comedy.
No, he said he was a successful comedian.
Oh my God. He's
And
never
you were-
done comedy ever.
Okay, but he said that. And you were like, wait a minute. I went on a date with him.
What's his name? Brian.
Yeah. So we compared notes, and what happened on your date?
Oh, well, so I went and met him on like a Tuesday night, and he asked if he could come over to my house and dab. And I was like, dude, I don't even know you. No, you can't come over to my house and dab. 2, I don't have a dab rig. I'm not like that hardcore. I medicate for my lupus, but dude, I'm not a dabber. Anyway, so I met him over at, the restaurant over by the comedy club. And then, yes, same thing. Talked about how he's a comedian. And then he told me about how he lied on his resume and
Got the job that he's in now.
and he makes like $200,000 a year, and he literally jerks off all day during Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
Actually.
you're really impressive, buddy. Then he told me about how he spanks his kids. And then he asked me my
but his
credit
kids are like,
score.
his kids are grown. Though,
No,
right?
he spanks his 16-year-old daughter.
Yeah, they're
puts
grown.
her on his lap and takes her jeans off and smacks her ass. So I hope you're listening, you fucking loser. You suck. Anyway, he rejected me because I have a low credit score.
So
thanks
he
to my
asked you your
previous-
credit score on
previous
the date.
marriages. Yeah, and I just told him, I said, dude, it's low. I said I've been divorced twice. Like what I married
He didn't
2
ask me that, by
guys.
the way.
No, of course.
But if he had, I
he
would have
probably
said,
already looked you up
fuck
at this
off.
point. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. So fuck him.
So that was our first experience with matching with
Twinder
the same
dates,
with the
yeah.
same clown. And then the second one was Corey, which was the guy that came out, didn't say that he matched
to an open mic comedy night.
Yeah, didn't say that he matched with you, but was like hella rude.
Right.
He was talking to me throughout this entire comedy show, and I was like, it's not that I'm trying to be a bitch, but I'm trying to listen to the comedy show and give
Right.
these comedians respect at the same
Right.
time.
It was kind of dead there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, but he would not stop talking, and he had like a particularly like bad smell.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Old Spice, and it wasn't Brute, but it was like somewhere in between.
They were like yacht
It might have been
guys.
Axe.
Yeah.
So he brought
Probably
a friend.
Axe Buddy's
He
friend.
brought a friend, and they both looked like lumberjacks when they rolled up.
And I was there to meet this cute new comedian that was from LA. That
Oh, he was
in
nice,
town.
actually.
Yeah, he was glorious. He was also glorious
So
later.
basically, when you started your set, he was like, "I am out."
He got up and left.
Yeah.
So I texted him because at
He
this
told me,
point,
by
we
the
had
way, when
not
he got up and left,
acknowledged. We
He
had
said
not
your
acknowledged.
set was offensive.
Oh, because I talk about vibrators and cock rings, whatever. Anyway.
He said your set was offensive and they were out.
I mean, some people are going to think that.
Yeah,
whatever.
well, anyway, so he left.
Yes, he left. So I texted him at that point through like the app.
At what point did we realize that we had both matched with him?
Oh, I knew it from the first time I saw his face. I was like, I know I at least matched with him if I didn't like already talk to him.
Yeah.
So yes, I had matched with him. And so I texted him on the app and I said, look, you know, that was rude of you to leave during my set. And, you know, just to acknowledge the fact that we even had matched and he was there with, you know, to see Heidi.
Right. And then he didn't say anything.
But then, no, he texted me and was like, hey, if you want to meet up later, I didn't really like your friend.
What? Because when we saw him at Johnny
not because
Brown's.
there was anything wrong with you, honey. It was just him being a douchebag.
Oh, no.
Of course.
But when we saw him at Johnny Brown's, remember, he fucking ran?
Yeah, you're right. He did run.
Literally.
Yep. So, hey.
So back to the concept of us
Twinder dates.
and our Twinder dates. So we have been on dates together where we have invited the other out because A, we weren't sure about the guy.
Second opinion was needed.
Yeah. Or B, we were just like, this person is tragic, so you have to come out and just
see.
pretend like I bumped into
that
you.
was hullabaloo. And then it came out to the first hullabaloo.
Oh my God. Where I was
Tragic.
like, yeah, that
Tragic.
was bad.
Yeah.
He had like 2 teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad.
So, I mean, do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? Because I think like if
Definitely
we
a great
propose it
idea.
right away
Amazing idea.
and say we want to do a Twinder date where you are going to match with me and I'm going to bring my friend.
Yeah. Even
You're like, yeah.
I'm
but
down
it
with
hasn't really
it.
worked out.
No.
I think like it's not worked out in the
Right.
past.
It hasn't worked out, but it hasn't been a solid, hey,
Do you think that's
let's
because we
both
aren't being
go
forthcoming?
out
Because
with
like I just
you.
pretend like I run into
No,
you
no,
and vice
no.
versa?
Just because so far what it's really been has been I'm going out to meet a date that she's on and then there's another guy or vice versa. And I think if it was solid from the get-go, like, hey, it's one guy, 2 girls going on a date. We'll see how this works. See which one of us it works with, you know? Like, that's legit.
Twitter. That's Twitter.
This guy's going to think he's getting a threesome. And we're like, no, bro, you might get one of us.
Wrong.
And if not, we're probably going to talk shit about you on a podcast.
Straight up. I mean,
So.
but pre-podcast, we still would have talked shit.
So if anybody wants a Twinder date with us, please get in touch with us somehow. I don't really know how yet, but we're working on those details.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know either.
And, you know, well, there's some ish situations going on.
That's for goddamn sure. All right, so are you ready to quiz?
Yes.
I'm going to quiz
100%.
you to see if you are dateable or not. And then I'm going to take the quiz. So you say right now your synopsis of yourself is...
Single mom.
I know, but I'm saying dateability-wise.
Dateability. I mean, I'm semi-self-aware. I am
Are you
working on
dateable
myself.
or not?
Yes. I didn't know what you were
You
asking
said yes? You're dateable?
Mildly.
It just
Mildly
keeps
dateable.
getting lower and lower. Okay. How many dates have you been on in the past year? 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, or more than 15?
More than 15.
Girl.
In the last year? That's a lot of dates.
That is a lot of dates.
Well, no, it's not a lot of dates for a year for a single lady in South Florida. Dude, this girl goes on like sometimes 2 or 3 dates in a day.
Don't bring me into your nonsense. How long? Wait. I'm sorry. How do you usually meet your dates? You usually meet them online?
Apps.
You usually meet them at social events,
Both.
friends, or you bump into them? Majority.
I would say apps and the second one, which was meeting in person.
So online.
Yeah.
How soon after meeting someone do you go out with them? Do you wait a few months, a month, a few weeks, or a few days?
A couple of days.
Yeah, same.
Maybe a couple of weeks if they're like lame.
Oh, no, that's a hard no. It's right away.
Just if they're like more chatty and life's busy.
I don't want a pen pal. How much does grooming matter to you?
A fuck ton. You must floss. You must
Okay, so that's it
shave
matters
your
a
man
lot.
parts, You
It
must
matters
wash your
a little
hands
bit.
under your nails, and you must not have shit in your beard. Sorry.
Actual shit?
I mean, if we're talking ex-husbands.
Okay. Does your guy need to be more successful than you?
Definitely,
Yes?
I'm a social worker.
Stop. Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put yes. Who are these hotties? Check them out. I like your hat. Hey. What the hell? Do you and your guys' religious beliefs need to match?
I am atheist, and also, no, it doesn't
Really?
matter. I don't
So
care.
if this guy is a hardcore born again,
if
you
he's
are
a
down to
Christian,
clown?
No, probably not.
Okay. So then they
You're
have
right,
to
you're
match.
right. They probably have to match.
Yeah.
General
You'd say
questioning
ish?
of all authority
Okay.
is required.
Okay. What word best describes the way you flirt? Are you witty? Are you polite, playful, or physical?
Playful.
Ooh. Ooh.
I don't know if all parties would agree.
What's your dating personality? Are you the cynic? Are you the down-to-earth girl? Are you the social butterfly or the wife-to-be?
Definitely the down-to-earth girl. I'm pretty sure everybody knows.
That's cute. I could
that.
see that. What would you say that you're a catch? Not for most people. You think you are. You'd love to think so, or of course you are.
I'd love to think so.
You'd love to think that you're a catch.
Yes, I'd love to think so.
Are you even looking for someone to date right now? No, not really. I'm open to it. Yes.
Yes, I am.
Aw.
Well,
How much effort do guys need to put in on the first date? Their heart and soul, quite a bit, some effort, or I don't need much.
some effort would be nice.
Where do you like to be taken on first dates? Fancy restaurants, picnics, movies, or carnivals?
Of those, I would probably pick picnics.
Picnics? Okay. What do you like talking about on these dates? Work, travel, hobbies, or childhood?
None of the above. Well, hobbies, I guess.
Yeah. What topics should your guy steer clear of? Hi, how are you, sir? I like your backpack.
Politics.
Oh, okay.
Politics
That is an
all
option.
the way.
If your guy suggests you to split the bill, what would you say? Excuse me, what? No thanks, bye.
No thanks. Bye.
Okay.
Broke
or,
ass single mom. Respect my time, bitch. Sorry, I'm
okay, no
broke.
thanks, bye.
And if you don't have kids,
If your
you're not
guy
broke.
could not pay for the meal for genuine reasons, of course, what would you think? I should have known better.
I'm not 20 anymore.
Typical. I wouldn't know what to think, or I'd give him the benefit of the doubt.
I should have known better.
It's like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Forgets his fucking wallet. Like he's sweating. Do you kiss on the first date?
Definitely.
Yes. Okay. I already knew the answer
There
to
have
that.
been a couple of guys
Just kiss.
recently, though, that have not kissed me until date number 3.
Ew.
Wow.
They're trying to be gentlemen.
I'm sorry, but that's what causes the delay.
Yeah, I heard that. What should your guy do after the date? Nothing. Text me, call me, or ask for another date.
Ask for another date?
Ooh, straight away. How dateable do you think you are? I am not the most dateable. I'm kind of dateable.
Kind of dateable.
Okay. How would you describe yourself? You're serious, intelligent, funny, or flirty?
Flirty.
What's the best thing about you? Your body, your looks, intelligence, or personality?
Personality.
I love that. What's your weakness? You're impatient, you're too detail-oriented, you're shy, or you have high expectations?
Too detail oriented.
Are you forgiving? No.
Of course. Way too forgiving.
You are.
Way too forgiving.
On a scale of 1 to 4, what's your least, if you're least fun or the most fun, what would you say you are?
Most fun.
Okay, I agree with that. Are you high maintenance?
Hell no. my profile says high vibes, low maintenance.
Are your Fridays like usually working, staying in, out clubbing, or out with drinks?
I'm
with
a
friends?
50-50 mom, so half and half.
Okay. And how do you relax? Watch TV, sleep, read, or exercise?
None of the above. Watch TV, I
I'm gonna
guess.
put that then.
Yeah.
What would most of your exes say about you? They'd say,
Are we not going to get to you tonight?
They'd say that you didn't mean anything. They'd say that you're bitter. They'd say you're a good girlfriend, or they wish they could get you back.
They wish they could get me back.
I said that too. What's your longest relationship? Longer than a year. I already know that one. Do you think you'll ever get married?
Never again. Don't do.
Okay, you got
The most dateable.
unbeknownst to you, because you said you were like, you got the most dateable. You're a guy's dream date. You tend to say all the right things, laugh at the right times, look like $1,000,000. You don't take your dates too seriously. You're quite generous with your smiles and laughter, and one has to wonder why you're still in the market.
Well, there you go, folks.
Well, hallelujah.
Why am I still on the market?
I don't know, girl.
All right. Well, let's get to you. Can we get to you in
Next
5 minutes?
week we will,
Oh,
if we have
perfect.
time and not moved on to another subject.
Well,
with our
I think we need to
ADHD.
see if Heidi's dateable next week.
I am not. I assure you.
Well, obviously, I was wrong, so you're probably wrong too.
Yeah. So we're gonna bring some more stuff next week. We're gonna have a couple guests and do it all over again, and hopefully it'll be a little less choppy.
Well, I am looking forward to it. Today was fun as shit.
It was fun as shit.
Thank you, Hunter, for being such an
Hunter
amazing
is the man. We owe him
producer for our
$500.
very first show. If anybody wants to start a GoFundMe for a $500,
We're gonna do a Hunter fund.
we're gonna give
gonna
about
be
10% of that.
Go hunt me.
GoHuntMe.com. All right, thank you guys.